With the festive season upon us, I can't help but reflect on the commercialisation of Christmas and how this has now consumed our public spaces in Glasgow. I don't mind the Christmas market in St Enoch Square. Tasty street food and some interesting stalls, but ultimately more for adults. For me, George Square was always for kids, young people, families, grandparents, yet can we say that now? Every year I would take my children ice skating in George Square. Bob skates for the wee man, proper skates for big sister. After a few shaky moments, it would take everyone about half an hour to get back into the swing of proper skating. We've not had an ice rink in George Square for some years now, and we've lost some of the magic and charm of the season. Has the heart of the city been over-commercialized? I seem to recall talk of a festive ice rink in the merchant city, but it never materialized. Many people cannot afford to spend lots of cash on fairground rides that last a couple of minutes. And to be fair, the Irn-Bru Carnival at the SEC does that kind of fun much better. For me, George Square has lost its way. Just like it did when it was painted red and became a giant canvas for chewing gum. Congratulations to the local businesses in Shawlands who have paid for a free ice rink to open outside of Langside Halls from next Tuesday for a week. That's a great exemplar on how we can use public spaces to make them accessible to everyone. I think we need more transparency and an open discussion on how we use public spaces. For example, Bella Houston Park was turned into a muddy wasteland after the summer sessions in August earlier this year and has yet to fully recover. Metal fences closed off huge chunks of the park to replant the grass, and you have to ask who pays for this and is it really worth it? Where is a vision for public spaces being enjoyed by all people? This isn't rocket science. I remember a few years back being in Toulouse in the south of France and being amazed with their approach to the use of public spaces. Now Toulouse, known as La Ville Rose, the pink city after the color of the pink bricks used in its many buildings, is a bit smaller than Glasgow population-wise. It also sits on a beautiful river like Glasgow, the Garonne. Every July to August, the city of Toulouse holds the Toulouse Plage from 9:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. This is essentially a massive series of free events for everyone across a huge park by the bank of the river. Sports with equipment provided to rent free of charge. Rowing and kayaking. Free dance lessons, yoga, martial arts, tai chi. From beginner level to expert. Lots of games for kids and families of all ages to take part in. For me, the city of Toulouse sets a shining example of how public spaces should be used for public good. Where you don't need to pay hand over. For more on this story, visit the news article link.